Hello, this tutorial will be on securing documents. I've gotten a lot of emails about how documents are shared and how you work with security on those documents, who can see them, who can't see them, how, all kinds of questions about, document security. And I think this probably relates to the fact that now that we all have Google Classrooms and there's so many documents rolling around, I know most of us are are cool with other teachers, like looking at our documents and sharing things, but it's kind of nice to know who's, got copies of things. And, now that there's multiple people in your Google Classroom, it would be a little bit awkward, to, show up in a meeting and somebody else has all your material. So I'm just going to show you some basics of what document security looks like and kind of a couple of things that you can do. So what you want to do is and this applies to all of the Google apps. So I'm just going to use Google Docs as an example. So I'm going to open up a blank Google Doc. And of course, it works on Sheets and it works on, presentations and all that kind of stuff. So everybody's familiar with the share button. The share button is kind of where you start in order to work on document security. So let's say you have a lesson that you did, and you just want it to be something for yourself. You don't want it widely shared, or you're not ready to let other teachers borrow it, or you don't want people, taking this lesson or whatever. You don't want kids copying it. Whatever the reason is, if you want to, control the security of it, click the share button, um, and then it needs to be named. So the basic security here is you can pick individual people to share it with. So this is at the most basic. And so if I typed in a name. So I'm going to type in John Kane. What I can do is I can add John as an editor. And as soon as I do this, he'll be able to edit the document. He'll be able to copy it. He'll be able to share it. He'll be able to do lots of stuff. Or what I can do is I can click on this little icon right here, and then I can choose what his level of access is. So he can edit, he can comment, he can view. I can limit that access. Um, so that's kind of like the basic. Now, if you want to go further than that, what you have to do is you have to click this advanced button right here. So if I click advanced, this is where all the goodies are. So basically, you can see who has access to the document. It says private, only you can access. So this is the problem when you contact me and you say, "Hey, my kids say that they need permission." This is why, because a document automatically defaults to private. So if I shared it with anybody, if I shared this link up here with anybody, it would come back, you don't have permission, right? And it's because of this, it's private. So in the advanced feature, what I would do is I would change this, and then I can choose a level of access, right? I can make it public on the web, anyone with a link, Long Beach Unified only. Um, so the differences between these two is anyone at Long Beach Unified district with the link. So you'd actually actually have to send them the link for them to open the document. This one is anybody who can find the document can get in. That's this one right here. Same goes for public, and then anyone with the link. And then of course you can just go off and share it with just specific people. That's like the highest, well, not the highest level of security, but I'll show you a couple other levels. But this is going to limit just who you want to share it with. So what I would do is I would choose the level of sharing. If I go back to the share button, it'll originally up here, it'll say get shareable link. As soon as I click this one, the access changes. So watch, if I click get shareable link here, then it automatically changes the level of security to anyone in Long Beach school, anyone in Long Beach Unified can view it. Now, within that one, there's other levels of security. So you can change it to anybody in Long Beach Unified can edit, comment, or view. That's as soon as you click the shareable link button, this is what happens here. Okay, and then you can copy the link. So if you wanted to share it with your class, you would have to go get shareable link and then click copy link, and then students would be able to view. Now, if I click advanced, the last level of security is, let's say I wanted to share the link with a lot of people, but I don't want anybody to go any further than that. I don't want them to have access to copy or do anything. So if you look down here, it says owner settings. It says that prevent editors from changing access and adding new people. So basically what you're doing here is you can add somebody as an editor, but they can't let anybody else be an editor, right? If you just put their name in here in the and you just add somebody, they'll have complete editing rights. But if you click this button, it'll prevent those editors from changing those rights. Now, the highest level of security is if you click this button, it says disable options to download, print, and copy. That is if you are, let's say you have a lesson, um, and you just don't want anybody to be using that lesson at this point. Maybe it's something proprietary. I don't know what the reason is, but that would be the highest level of security. So that's a little bit on document security. I hope that helps for people who were a little bit in the gray about how this all works. And this applies through all Google products. Thanks. Have a good day.